Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Bella here. Hope you all having a wonderful day. Today, I will show you how to make this easy spinach stew. You're using tomatoes, onions, and some oil, and you're using beef. You can use fish or whatever, and it's so yummy, guys. Let's get started with this amazing recipe. It's so amazing. I love colors in my food. I have green, red, yellow. Guys, let's make this happen today like no other day. So if you want to see how to make this, stay tuned, guys. So in this amazing recipe, we need spinach. Spinach is so nice. I've washed it, drained it, and look at how green it really looks like. I can't wait to try this. So guys, it's frozen actually. I just cleaned it up. You need onions, you need your smoked beef. I have a recipe on how to do that. My sliced tomatoes, my maggi, my crevette, maggi crevette, or you can use some dried shrimp, and my pepper. So guys, I'm going to warm the oil. So my pot is there. I'm gonna put like 1/4 cup of palm oil. It's really hot. I'm not trying to bleach it though, so it's really hot. And then I'll mix it with my canola oil because I want to have that African, or not traditional aroma and all of that and taste to it. That's why I'm mixing both of the oils. If you like, you can use just palm oil, or if you like, you can just use your vegetable or groundnut oil or whatever. When the oil is hot, I am gonna toss my onions in it. I like that sizzling sound that it gives, like the schwa sound. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fry it, like we all do it. Make sure it doesn't get burnt. I'm gonna fry it until it softens up or until it's translucent. I will fry it like it's no man's business. It's up to you. People want different taste and all of that. Feel free. You can add green onions to this if you like, but I'm doing this in quarantine, and I don't have green onions, so I won't be adding it in there. So guys, stir that up and let it cook in there really good. So I'm waiting for it to really be cooked and everything softens up and stuff, but I'll keep stirring it occasionally, and I'll make sure that at all times my onions is in the oil. Feel free to use the red or the pink onions. That's up to you. I don't know how you call it wherever you are. So I'm gonna add my tomatoes in there. It has been sliced. Please do not puree or blend your tomatoes. Don't puree your tomatoes. That will not work. It will make your vegetable mushy, and you don't want that. So guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and fry this like it's no man's business, guys. When it's time to cook, don't mind anybody. Go ahead and do you. So beautiful, people. I'm just frying that. Make sure that it cooks really good. As you can see, I haven't put no salt, nothing in there yet. And if you can see that the water from the tomatoes is like coming out to that oil, so we'll keep frying it and stirring it. Right now the tomatoes look like tough a little bit, so you cook it until you see it becomes mushy a little bit and like take out the water, or let's say shrink. So guys, I'll keep stirring and stirring like it's no man's business. If you don't eat tomatoes, or if you don't like eating raw tomatoes, this is a nice way to incorporate it in your meals, and trust me, you will enjoy it. Like for real, you will enjoy it. So I'm gonna add my bell pepper or my habanero or whatever kind of pepper, and I'm gonna add my Maggi. Like I always say, my Maggi is tough a little bit, and I'm just gonna put it in there so that the water from the tomatoes will soften it, and then I'll cook it. Feel free to use Knorr cubes, feel free to use chicken bouillon cubes, and feel free to use any kind of seasoning of your choice. You can use some beef seasonings or chicken seasoning or whatever. Feel free to use those as well. And I will add my Maggi crevette later on. Guys, you can also put this in water to make it soft, or you can even go ahead and put it by your stove while it's getting, while you're cooking. Is going to warm it up and it will get soft. Whatever way floats your boat, do that. So guys, as usual, I'll keep stirring. And as you can see, you realize that the color of the oil is changing so much, and the tomatoes is not as soft as before. Right now you see it's like the pepper is like swollen because it's getting cooked. So I'm gonna burst it because I want some of that heat in my food. So guys, feel free to add more pepper or reduce it depending on the amount of heat or the kind of heat that you can tolerate. You can feel free to omit the pepper if you have kids at home. So I'll keep stirring it, making sure that nothing is getting burned, guys. So I haven't put any salt yet. I just put that. So because I had, like dried my meat in the oven, I'd used salt and some other seasonings in there, like my salt. I don't want to put salt yet. Until I put the meat, then I will know if I will add salt or not, because you don't want your food super super sweet or so salty or whatever. So guys, with that being said, I'm gonna stir it very well because my meat is dry, and I want all the seasonings to come together and all of that. I'm gonna add like half a cup of water, just so that the tomatoes is not sour, and so that everything cooks really good, and the meat and all of that, because remember I said I dried the meat. So I want the meat to still be kind of juicy and tender and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go in with half a cup of water, and I'll let it cook until that water is dry. That is what I'm gonna do. That is my cup of water, half a cup of, well, 1/4 cup of water, sorry. And I'm gonna go ahead and fry that like it's no man's business, just a little bit to cook everything. And like I said, I want everything to come together really really good. Guys, I want you to know that this spinach stew is very 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 important. It's kind of healthy. It's not kind of, it's healthy, especially for a woman after your monthly flow and stuff like that. You have to eat or consume a lot of spinach because it's high in iron, and it's really gonna be good for you. It's so good. Naturally, it's a healthy vegetable. It's good. And I want you to know that you can eat this spinach stew that we are doing with a lot of stuff. That is my Maggi crevette. That's like dried shrimp seasoning. So I'm gonna put it in there as well. And then I'm gonna follow with my Maggi, or my granulated dried shrimp itself. So I'm gonna put all those stuff in there and make sure that everything comes together. Guys, listen, you can eat this with whatever. You can eat this with plantains, you can eat this with yams, you can eat this with fried plantains, both ripe and unripe. You can eat this with potatoes, you can eat this with fufu, like the corn fufu and stuff. You can eat this with that, and you can just eat it empty like that. Trust me, this is so worth it. You can also do different variations of this. If you want to see different variations of how you can cook the spinach stew and all of that, let me know. I will sure do a video. I have other videos that will be coming up on how you can cook this spinach with different, or in different ways, and you still achieve like an amazing taste. Remember, you want to keep like that iron in your body, because women will keep losing some of that monthly. Trust me, this is a very very healthy food. Spinach, in as much as you can use them in your smoothies and stuff like that, you can also cook them as soups. Guys, this tasted amazing. Look at that. If you see, the water is like has dried up, and everything is coming together beautifully. So guys, I'm gonna add my crayfish in there at the moment, and I will stir it because I didn't want it, or I don't want it overcooked. If you don't have this shrimp, dried shrimp, feel free to omit it. But if you have it, go ahead and use it. Trust me, it's gonna elevate the taste of your food. So beautiful, people. I just put my spinach in there, and then I'm gonna stir it. This was frozen spinach. Feel free to use fresh spinach, but make sure that you go ahead and wash it really good and then steam it, because you don't want the water. Make sure, because with this one I'd washed it really good. You don't want that green water thing in there, because trust me, it's gonna make you go to the bathroom. Like, it's gonna give you running stomach, like you don't want to go to the bathroom. So you have to clean it really good and wash it. Guys, look at that color. I love when my food is kind of colorful. You have the greens, you have the reds, you have the yellow from the pepper in there. It makes you really want to eat. This is the final look of how that spinach stew looks like. Feel free to cook it with chicken, feel free to use shrimp in there, feel free to even use dry fish or fresh fish. You can bake it or fry it and add it or serve it by the side. This tasted amazing, guys. Until next time, this is Bella, and it's always a pleasure having you around. If you tried this recipe, let me know in the comment section how it went for you. Until next time, it's Bella.